Me. I'm here. I'm here.
Great, guys. Thanks.
I didn't mean to. What happened?
Phone is in the water.
Okay, does anybody know where it went in?
No, somewhere around here though.
Guys, let's just forget it. Who cares? I mean, it's probably fried already. It's a cell phone.
No, the phone is waterproof. So if you guys can please focus and keep looking,
All right.
I really appreciate it.
Find it, honey. Okay, don't worry.
All right.
We'll find it.
All right.
All right, we'll keep looking.
Just keep looking.
What?
What?
I just felt something brush my leg.
It's a lake.
Sorry, it's right? Oh my god. Seriously, you guys, I'm not kidding. I just felt it brush my leg twice.
The most fearsome aspects of the Bear Lake Monster were the fact that it would slowly move into shallow water along the shoreline, and individuals really wouldn't know it was there. And then all of a sudden there'd be a giant splash, and this creature would jump up on shore and drag the poor individual or animal back into the lake. At this point in time, the monster would crunch and drown the particular item that it had in its mouth, and then let go, and as it floated lifelessly towards the bottom, it would pick it up and swallow it.
It's probably a fish or something.
No, it was really big. Tadpole, you saw earlier.
Maybe it was Jan's cell phone.
Ha.
Guys, I think I see something.
Okay.
Well, keep looking, guys. Keep looking here too.
Guys, she hasn't come back up.
She's a good swimmer, guys.
You guys, seriously, she's not coming up.
Rose?
Rose!
Rose, come on.
Okay,
Rose!
she's.
Stop playing, Rose!
There's been a lot of times people said, well, you know, do you think it's big enough to actually eat a human being? Well, people have got to remember that this was probably a reptile. And reptiles don't really differentiate that much between humans and moose or elk or a deer or a flock of birds. To them, they're one thing, that's food. Could it have eaten human beings? Certainly.
Rose, it's okay.
Rose, come on.
Something's not right.
Rose?
Rose!
Rose! Rose?
Rose, that's enough. Come up. Oh my God, Rose. All right, Rose.
Awesome.
Champion. All right, Rose, can I have my phone back now? Please?
It's actually really nice out here. I'm gonna stay.
The phone's still working?
It is totally still working, completely. Recording everything.
Nice.
Just be careful with it, Rose, all right? We don't want to lose it again.
So birthday girl, any birthday wishes in particular? No?
Birthday wishes. Yeah, my presents.
Oh, you
get
get
those
those later.
Come on, what'd I get?
You gonna love the present I got you?
I'm telling you nothing.
I'm not gonna tell you. I can tell your boyfriend's gonna like it though.
Oh my gosh, look at Rose. Can you believe she's back in there?
Come back, Rose!
So nice.
You are gonna.
You guys, you don't know what you're missing. Come on. You don't know what they're missing.
Wait, but did anyone
Rose.
cake?
Cake. Oh, cake. Yes, I got the cake.
Woo,
she did.
Cupcakes,
Yeah.
velvet, red velvet.
velvet.
Yeah.
Some of the earliest sightings of the Bear Lake Monster were by Shoshone Indians in Utah. But what renowned figure of Wild West folklore is said to have had an incredible encounter with the creature? The daring details when Lost Tapes returns. The Shoshone Indians were the first to recount sightings of the Bear Lake Monster, describing how it would snatch unlucky swimmers in its jaws and occasionally crawl ashore. But according to the tall tales of the Wild West, it was Pecos Bill who turned the tables on the creature in an epic wrestling match that was said to last for days before he finally defeated the beast.
we go in and help? Should we go in?
We're not going back in there. Are you kidding me?
Just leave them
We're
out
not going
there.
back in that water. Did you see that? We're
Dad,
not in there.
we can't just leave them out there.
Well, there are a number of aquatic creatures, fish in particular, that have evolved ways of getting around on land so that if their pond or lake dries up, they can survive by getting out of the mud hole that they're now in and getting to some other body of water. There are catfish that have spines that kind of function as legs that can propel them across the ground. We've seen dramatic film of orcas, killer whales, in parts of the world that actually leave the surf and charge up out of the water onto the beach to grab sea lions and then manage to get their enormous bodies back into the surf, into the realm where they actually live. So they're able to make use of both the ocean and also the beach as hunting grounds.
While Erica and Mary Ellen scoured the lake for their missing friends, Sally drove to the nearest point where she could get a cell phone signal to call for help.
It's supposed to be your birthday.
I just want to get out of here. I want to go home.
This isn't fair. These sorts of things don't happen to people. What's that?
Sally? Sally, is that you?
Light sources, because they draw insects and because insects are a food source for lots of things, can draw other kinds of animals. Night active lizards or nocturnal lizards will be attracted to the motion of those prey and will move towards the light to get their dinner. In that nocturnal marine environment, there are lots of predators that are out. And these predators, when they see those light cues that the prey are using to communicate with each other, those light cues mean something entirely different to the predator. They mean potential dinner.
Sally? Sally, is that you?
Oh my god.
Love, can you see it?
What is that?
The lantern. The lanterns.
Oh my god, the one by the tent.
Get out of here! Get out of here! Go! Go to the car! Go to the car! Go to the car! Go! Hurry! Hurry! Oh.
It's on the ground.
Go! Erica, go out! Into the car! Go! Oh my god, into the car! Into the car! Go! Go! Get in! Get in! Oh my god! Go! Go! We really go! Go! Get it!
The keys are down in the campsite. Oh my god, the keys.
Okay. Where is it? Where did it go? Where is it?
I don't know. Did you see it? Did you see it?
No, we can't see anything. Everybody has a flashlight. Okay, listen to me, listen to me. Get in the back. Get in the back. I'm not dying on my birthday. I'm not dying on my birthday. Oh my god,
I think that's Sally's car. I think that's her horn.
I'm bleeding. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go turn on the headlights, okay? Grab the door handle, and on the count of 3, I'll turn on the headlights and run, okay?
Okay, well, give me the camera. Okay, just give me the camera.
Here's the camera.
God.
Where's the headlight?
Inside, it's a knot.
Hey,
Just
what's
have to
that?
pull it, okay? Just pull it out. Do you see it?
I don't see it. Where is it?
On the left-hand side. It's a knot. Did you pull it out? You found it. You found it.
Okay, I gotta listen. On the count of 3, okay?
Okay.
1. Go! Go! I found it! Oh my god, where's the white dog?
Miraculously, Erica Jameson was able to survive the attack. Mary Ellen Stewart was not as lucky. Erica, along with Sally Rudolph, fled to safety where they reported their encounter to the police. After hearing their story, authorities returned to the scene. They located the abandoned vehicle where the girls had left it, but Mary Ellen's body was nowhere to be found. Though the lake was dragged, the bodies of Rose Peters and Jan Hollis were never recovered, and their deaths remain a mystery. To this day, thousands of residents and tourists continue to visit Bear Lake each summer, and after hundreds of years of reported sightings, as well as the disturbing images depicted here, we are forced to ask ourselves if under the dark waters, does it live among us? Get more Lost Tapes online, more monsters, more experts, more video. AnimalPlanet.com/Lost Tapes.